พระอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will start with our first participant, which is Kek Yenso from Penang. Kek?
Hi, Ajaan, and good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, no question, Ajaan. Happy to meet Ajaan and all the participants. Yeah,
Okay. Happy to see you too.
yeah, thank you.
Next, Kok Seng from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. No questions at the moment. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay. Titima from Bangkok.
กราบนมัสการค่ะพระอาจารย์ don't have any question ค่ะ
Okay, Jordan from Toronto.
Good evening, Tanajan. I don't have any questions today either. Thank you very much.
I see. Why not? What have you been doing?
Sometimes I get to the meeting and I'm feeling a little bit tired, and it's hard for me to think of a question.
What have you been doing?
Well, I finished the work contract I had. I did decide to come to Thailand. I'm hoping to. I paid for 5 months worth of Thai language courses out of school in Bangkok.
So you can get a visa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that I can try to learn, a bit of a foundation of Thai before I ordain in Thailand.
You're sitting next to the immigration officer.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have
Well,
any
maybe-
question, you can talk to her. If you need any help, maybe she can, when you're in Bangkok, in Thailand.
I'm going to keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah. I think she works at the Don Mueang Airport.
Okay.
So
Well, it's good. Good to have some
it's good to
some allies.
Yeah, allies. So did you have to shave your head for some reason, or you just do it?
Oh, well, it was my birthday on Saturday, and I did a day-long meditation retreat at a local group here, and I just did it just to sort of start again,
I see.
just to let go of the symbolic letting go of some attachment to my looks and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's good.
And
It indicates you're advancing in your practice.
oh, that's good.
The further you advance, the shorter your hair becomes.
Okay. Oh, that's very good.
That's an indication. See, look at the Buddha before he ordained. He had long hair, right?
Oh, yeah.
And when he ordained, he eventually shaved off his hair. Because having hair is a burdensome thing. You have to look after.
I feel that way too. I don't do this because it's because I feel like it looks cool or anything. I just actually I find that just reminds me of my my deeper intention
Mhm.
to sort of live my life in alignment with the Dhamma. That's why I do it.
Are you in Toronto right now?
I am in Toronto. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm hoping to come to Thailand at the end of January.
Oh, really? That soon?
That's soon. Yeah, if the visa can come through on time. And
Mhm.
and I'll try to. I'll definitely as soon as I have some time off for school, my plan is to come and see you at Wat Yan.
How long will you be? How long will your visa last for you?
Well,
Yes.
it will last 8 months, but the first 5 months I'll be studying
I see.
from Monday to Friday, and then I'll have 3 months starting at the end of June, where I can just go around and visit some different monasteries and try to find one that will take me, that feels right.
Actually, it's a good investment. 5 months in Thai will really get you some grounding on the Thai language. So enable
Okay.
you to go around Thailand speaking in Thai.
Great. I think I would need that. I'm worried that I can't learn a second language, but hopefully, I mean, I'm really motivated. So I think that going to school will be my best bet.
Is the cost expensive?
It's actually not too expensive.
Mm.
I mean, Canadian dollars, I'm just lucky that the Canadian dollar is worth more in Thailand.
Mhm. So it's affordable, let's put it that way.
It is affordable, yeah.
Yeah.
I just need to find a place to live in Bangkok, but I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, and Bangkok has plenty of apartments or condo that you can rent,
Oh, that's
or
great.
guest houses.
Okay,
Find one that near the public transport there,
okay.
and you can get around easily.
Yeah, so hopefully someplace close to the school and or public
Yeah.
transit. I heard
Yeah.
that well, there was someone who lived at a temple in Bangkok, a layperson who thought I think it was I can't remember the name of the temple. It's actually
Yeah,
what
you might be able to stay in a temple. You can find a monk who will take you in.
that would be good. You know, that could be supportive.
Yeah, so you can also work as a, like a preceptor, helping the monk. And then
I'd like that.
after then you can go to school also that way. They'll save you some money and give you a good environment to stay in, because temples are much more quiet than if you have to stay in guest houses or something like that, some places like that.
Right. That sounds good. Thank you, Ajahn. I'm going to visit with my dad. We're going to see to Tisarana Monastery. It's a monastery near Ottawa in Ontario here.
Yes.
Today we're driving there to offer part of the meal, and just because they're closing up for the winter, we want to go see them there. There's a good teacher there, Ajahn Viradamo, really wonderful, and really great monks. I haven't been in 2 years, so I'm looking forward to going and paying my respects.
Okay, good. Maybe after you get to Thailand, you can drop by and say hello.
I will.
Okay, see you
Okay,
then.
thank you.
Okay. You don't study 7 days a week anyway, right? You have weekend off, so you can always go around.
Not too far from Pattaya,
Yeah,
maybe a couple hours.
yeah. So on the weekend, you can come up and spend the time on mountain, on Khao.
Thank you, Tanajan.
Okay. Good luck to you. Hope everything work out. And see
Thank you so much.
Okay, see you next January. Okay, next, Natalie from Thailand, from Pattaya also.
กราบนมัสการเจ้าค่ะพระอาจารย์ just come to listening
Okay,
ค่ะคุณเจ้าค่ะ
go to Malaysia, Philip.
Good time, Ajaan. Just listening in tonight.
Okay,
Since later.
go to Dubai and Aparachita.
Good evening, Ajaan. Just paying my respects and listening in for now.
Okay, good. Good to see you.
Yes.
All right, go to Sao Paulo, Brazil, Alfredo.
Hi, Bante.
Hi. How are you doing?
Okay.
Mhm.
Lonely, né, Bante? Lonely. Now, very, very parts. I'm not participating.
Why not?
I don't have many friends now.
Mm. So you feel lonely?
Yes. The end of the year is in Brazil is very happiness, party.
Party. Okay.
Yes.
I think it's the same all over the world. Everybody's
Yes.
partying this month.
Yes. The people are exciting.
Yeah. But you can party on your own. You meditate.
Yes.
That's more fun than going to parties.
Yes.
Once you know how to meditate, it's more enjoyable. Doing
Yes.
meditation than doing anything else.
Yes.
Because it doesn't require much. You can stay at home, stay where you are now. All you need to do is close your eyes and watch your breath. And then you will be
Yes.
transported into another plane of existence.
Yes. I like to meditation.
Yeah. You have to keep doing it. Because if you stop, you can fall back. So you don't want to
Yes.
fall back. You want to push ahead. So you have to maintain your practice and then
Yes.
increase gradually or more and more as you go along.
Like a retire.
Like a what?
Retiro. Practicing
Yes,
in temple. The name in Brazil is retire.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
No, it's good.
Okay.
I'm take my surgery
I see. You still
for
have to go 4 or 5 times, huh?
4 or 5 days to recluse to surgery. It's good.
Okay. Good luck to you then.
Yes.
Okay. Next, Rajat from Delhi.
Good evening, Ajaan.
How are you?
I'm very well, and I would like to wish you Merry Christmas beforehand.
Why?
It's very much in the air in
I
India
see.
as well.
I
So
see. We don't celebrate Christmas. We're Buddhists.
yes, I know it is. It's a well, everyone's happy here, and I don't go to parties. And there was a year when the 31st party time was on, and I had gone to the Thai monastery, and they were chanting there late into the night, and so I just stayed on. And after that, I didn't feel like going to any parties, so I came right back home, and it was very, very pleasant. So Yes, and I plan to, spend my Christmas Eve in a similar way. So that's how it is. And I grew up in a Catholic school as well, and I read in your autobiography that you did as well.
Yes, it's a Protestant Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah, a Christian school, I guess. And
Mhm.
I think there are many teachings of Jesus which sort of resonate with the teachings of Buddha. So, and this is a personal thing for me, as even though I've been born in a Hindu family, I've worshipped much more often in churches because of the kind of schools I've studied in, and I somehow find some of the teachings of Christianity quite similar to the teachings of Lord Buddha. As far as the morality aspects. No, this is just an observation, and I love to hear what you think of this.
Well, morality and charity are similar. Most religion teaches charity and morality, but differs in the mental development. Some use chanting as a way of calming the mind. Some use singing hymns and to calm the mind with. So the method may be different when dealing with meditation. And also I think there's only one difference in Buddhism that is different from the rest of other religions. Buddhism talk about the Four Noble Truths. That we have suffering and we can get rid of our suffering if we practice the Noble Eightfold Path. I think this is unique in Buddhism. I don't think there's any other religion that teaches this Four Noble Truths.
Yes, none that I know of, Ajaan.
Mm.
That is true. It's very unique.
But the other two levels, they are similar: charity, morality, and meditation. But wisdom, this is different.
Yes, Ajaan.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, well, I had a few questions, and one is about I've seen pregnant women attending sometimes meditation retreats, and then after that they practice regularly, and some of them seem to benefit in the process of giving birth to the child. And what is the effect on the child when such things happen, when the mother meditates while
Well,
she's pregnant?
if the mother meditates, her mind is calmer, and then this will not interfere with the working of her body. Her body will work more smoothly. So this will enable a good environment for the baby to grow in physically. But as far as mental part of the baby, that has no effect whatsoever.
Right.
Okay.
There's one more question, and that is, that concerns living in a family. And sometimes you might sense that somebody is going through a certain problem, and you might sense a solution, which you might think in terms of the Buddha's teaching. But everyone in the family may not agree with your practice or may not be a part of it. So how can you help such a person? It's very difficult to hold back what one wants to say sometimes when you're close to the person.
It's like having money and you want to give them money, but they don't want to accept it. What you can do with the money?
Yes.
You keep it, right? If they don't want it, what can you do?
Right.
Okay.
Is there any way of helping with metta bhavna or something like that?
Well, you can try to be useful to them in the way that they appreciate. But whether this will solve the problem or not, that's another story. But you can, help or do whatever that will make them feel happy. Act like Santa Claus. That's what you can do.
Yes.
But you cannot force somebody to accept something that they don't want to accept.
Yes.
Neither do you, right? You don't want to accept something that you don't want to accept.
Absolutely not.
If someone want to give you a bottle of whiskey, you probably say no, right? Because you keep the 5 precepts.
Yes.
But they mean well. They say everybody brings, everybody celebrate. Why not you?
Yes. I often encounter such situations like that.
Yeah, okay. So you can offer your help, but if they don't want to accept it, then there's nothing else you can do. There's nothing you can do.
Yes.
Okay, any more question?
Thank you, Ajaan. I think that's about as many questions as I have for today, and I'm listening
Okay.
in. And
Good.
thank you.
I'll go to Katrina now from Australia. Long time no see. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
You
Are you near
too?
do you live near Noosa?
Yes.
Right in Noosa or near there?
I live in a town called Umundi, which is about 20 minutes inland from Noosa.
I see. Okay.
I live on a farm.
Mm-hmm. You're still working on your artwork?
Yeah. I'm working on the farm a lot too.
Mm-hmm. How's your son? Is he okay?
He's good. Yeah. He's almost 19.
Mm-hmm. Going to university?
No, he might be coming to Thailand. I think he's coming in January.
I see. Just him alone?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do some Muay Thai.
Muay Thai, I see. Okay. Thai boxing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
He's not interested in becoming a monk yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
He had a really good time when we came and stayed.
Yeah.
It was very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just listening.
You have nothing to ask him.
No, no. It's just nice to, I'm feeling, I think Christmas and everything is I get a bit overwhelmed, and life can be overwhelming. So it's nice just to check in and sit and listen.
Are you doing some meditation?
Yeah, I listen to you a lot, and I'm going to do 3 days meditation from tomorrow night. I'm doing a little retreat before Christmas, but yeah, I find it hard to meditate without listening to something.
Yeah, you can listen to Dhamma talks as a way of meditating. If you cannot focus on your breath, then just listen to Dhamma talk. And that Dhamma talk will calm your mind down, will soothe your mind.
Yeah, it's very soothing.
The goal is to prevent you or stop you from thinking, because most of your thought more or less defilement influence, and it can cause you to become restless, agitated, or stressful. So if you can stop this thinking for a while, it'll make your mind calm and peaceful.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have nothing else, I will go to the next person then, okay?
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Go to Penang also, Christine, go ahead.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Good
Today
evening. Today,
I just come back from monastery.
I see. How long do you stay there?
Since last Thursday night,
Oh, almost a week, huh? 5 days.
5 days, and I'm going this Saturday again for 4 days.
Good. Keep going back until you don't come back. Then you don't have to go.
I wish to.
Well, if you keep doing it, you will one day.
Thank you.
Mm.
I feel so happy, internal peace, and I really don't mean to come back. It's so happy and
Yeah.
peaceful.
Good. You'll find that staying in the monastery is much more beneficial than staying at home.
Yes. Although it's very simple life, but very peaceful and contented, and I don't know how to describe.
Yes, the peace you have is much more worth much more than the money you have, because money cannot give you peace and happiness.
Yes. And I'm happy that my meditation also got improvement.
Yes, it will, as long as you keep doing it more and more. And in the monastery, it's a good environment for meditation practice.
Yes, true.
So good. Keep going back. Try to abandon your home. Make it a goal. One day you're not going to come back to this house anymore. We are homeless.
Homeless. But I have always one bad perception, saying that because the family always say, oh, when you old, if you cannot achieve, nobody take care of you, all the negative comment, because they worry about me.
Oh, you don't have to worry. As long as you can stay in the monastery, there will be somebody looking after you. People in the monastery look after each other. People who support the monastery will also help. So don't worry. As long as you can keep on your practice and show a good example of yourself to other people, people will admire and respect and want to support you.
Yes, sir, I will keep on going and keep my meditation improving.
Good. Okay.
Today I have no question. I'm so thankful to Ajaan. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. No
Okay.
questions today.
Okay, go to your neighbor then, Belinda, also from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. It's nice to be homeless.
Okay.
Not yet there.
Not yet there. Okay. You also go to the monastery now?
Sometimes, not
Okay.
less.
They don't have monastery in Singapore where you can stay there temporarily. Or you have to go to Ajaan Geng's monastery. I heard he has a place for lay people to stay, right?
Santi? Is it Santi? Or Palilai?
Yeah, what Palilai? Santi, I think Santi. The one in Malaysia, right?
I haven't been there yet.
Have you ever thought of going and stay in the monastery?
Yes. I just wonder where earlier the young lady, she said monastery is
She's in
finished.
Penang.
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 I have friends in Penang. Maybe I like to find out.
You can contact her. I think you can contact her through our Zoom meeting. I think the people who look after the meeting will open up the chat for you to contact if you like.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, go to Wales. Diana.
Greetings, Tanajan. I have no questions, just preparing for lots of family coming to visit for Christmas.
Okay. Hope you enjoy the holiday.
Thank you. I
Okay.
think it would be nice to see the family.
Yes, everybody is looking forward to this day. And a few days later also, they look forward to go back.
I know, I
They
know.
they can't wait to come and they can't wait to go back.
Yes.
After they see you for a few days, they get enough of you. So
Yes, that's right.
that's how it is, right? You don't miss something that you have. You always miss something you don't have.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to spend family time. I think it's
Yeah,
important.
it's good, but it doesn't last. That's the problem. Wish it could last forever. You can be together forever, happily or ever after. Wouldn't that be nice?
Do you have holidays there now too?
Well, Thai celebrate almost, all types of holidays. New Year's holiday, Chinese New Year holiday, Christmas, anything they can celebrate. They like to celebrate here in Thailand. Except for Buddhists who are honest, who are serious Buddhists, then they will keep to their Buddhist practices.
Oh, thank you, Tanajan.
Okay. Happy holiday.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, Intan from Indonesia. Intan, how are you, Intan?
I'm fine, Ajaan.
Any-
Today I have no question, Ajaan.
Okay. In that case, we'll go to Kunju for question because nobody else have any question in this room.
Yes, we have 8 questions this evening so far. The first 2 questions are from Savi from Switzerland, and they're from the Assistant Gmail account. Question 1. I was listening to one participant explaining in detail about jhanic experience, which talked about a state where there's knowing without a knower in breath meditation. Can Ajaan please explain this state of mind?
I cannot because I wasn't the one who said this thing. So I can only recommend that you meditate and experience it for yourself.
Question 2. What is luminous citta? Can Ajaan further explain this?
This luminous citta or bright citta is the state of mind when it has eliminated all types of sensual pleasures. Then the mind becomes peaceful and calm and become luminous, but not yet fully enlightened. I think this is the mind of the third level of enlightenment, the anagami level, in which the anagami is able to get rid of all the sexual desire from his mind. So his mind becomes peaceful and calm and luminous, but still not yet fully enlightened, because in the mind there are still other fetters that needs to be dealt with.
The next two questions are from Charles from New York. Question 3, if we're not sure if something we're doing is right or wrong, should we just go ahead and meditate and ignore the problems?
Well, meditation doesn't solve the problem. It just maybe calm your mind down and maybe then give you a different perspective for you to look at the problem. When you are restless and agitated, you might look at the problem one way. But after you have calmed your mind, then you might have a different perspective at your problem, and you might be able to see a way or an answer to that problem.
So there's a second part to that question, and if the meditation can give us the answer and let us know if it is truly something worth worrying about.
Yes, if you don't know in the first place, then just better just to leave it alone and maybe meditate and calm your mind down. Once your mind becomes calm, then you might be able to see things in a different light.
Question 4, are there beings bound to stay in samsara eternally?
Yes, all those who hasn't yet became fully enlightened are still bound to exist in samsara. People like us, we are still going back. We are going from one realm of existence to the next. Right now, we're in the human realm, but after we die, we might go to a higher realm or go to a lower realm, depending on our good or bad karma. And in order for us to not to be bound in samsara, we have to get rid of the cause that bind us to samsara. And the cause are our cravings, the 3 types of cravings. Craving for sensual pleasure will bind us to exist in the sensual realm of existence. Our cravings for rupa jhana will bind us to exist in the form of the Brahma realm of existence. And if we are addicted, if we crave for arupa jhana, then we will be tied to the realm of arupa Brahma, a formless realm of existence. See, so you have to somehow manage to get rid of all these 3 types of cravings. Then you will not be bound to be born in the 3 realms of existence anymore. Like the Buddha and the Arahant, they have completely eliminated the 3 types of cravings from their mind. So they don't have to come back and exist in samsara anymore.
The next 3 questions are from Samanji. Question 5, to what extent can we change our past karma? For example, if a person is destined to live a short life due to his past birth's bad karma, such as killing living beings, can he expect a longer life during this birth by releasing animals from slaughterhouses or setting caged birds free?
Well, they said the law of karma is an imponderable subject for ordinary being like us to ponder. So for us, all we have to do is that good karma produces good result, bad karma produces bad result. But how they interact with each other, that's beyond our ability to comprehend. So just don't worry about it.
Question 6. Certain tiny creatures, such as worms, are born from dirt. Can a human being be born as a worm or a similar creature? Could you go into further detail on the Buddha's teaching on this?
Okay, my Zoom program just went off temporarily and it's back on right now. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can,
Okay.
Ka. Yes.
Okay, talking about worms. worms and human body are similar. It's not made from dirt alone. Worms are made from the 4 elements, and dirt just happens to be the earth element. See, our bodies, our living organism has to have the 4 elements in order for it to exist. So but just the form that might look different. The human body might be bigger and the worm might be smaller, but they're still bodies like they're equally like each other in terms that they have bodies. And the mind that connects to a human body now, like us, after our human body dies, if it's due to a bad karma, our mind might be reconnect with the body of an animal. So it depends on your good or bad karma. If you do a lot of bad karma, you might be reconnect with a worm, with a cat, with a bird, any animal. If you keep breaking the 5 precepts. If you don't want to be reconnect with the animals in your future life, then you have to keep the 5 precepts. Don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, don't commit adultery. Then you will not have to be reconnected to the body of an animal.
The last question from Samanji. A colleague of mine recently asked me how a Buddhist could live an optimistic life given the religion's emphasis on dukkha. How should I answer him?
Buddhism doesn't emphasize only on dukkha. It also emphasizes on the cessation of dukkha. The 4 Noble Truths consist of dukkha and the cessation of dukkha also. So it's not a pessimistic religion, it's a positive, optimistic religion. It tells us that we have suffering now, but we can get rid of our suffering if we follow the Noble Eightfold Path. So it's a very optimistic religion, but people don't see it that way. I don't know why. Maybe because they didn't study hard enough. They only hear about dukkha, but they never heard of the cessation of dukkha.
The next 2 questions are from Facebook. The first question is from Antonio Dutra. Good morning, Ajaan Suchart. Question 1. We use the difference between mindfulness, sati, and concentration. The limits between them seem not so clear. Can you please explain about that?
Well, I'm not sure what the word concentration translated from. Yeah. Mindfulness is translated from the Pali word sati, being mindful. Mindful has the ability to focus the mind on something. If you want to say that it's concentration, it's probably correct, right? Mindfulness is to concentrate, to be mindful only on one thing, one object, such as your breath, in order for your mind to stop thinking or running around all over the place. You need something for it to focus on, to concentrate on. So for me, I think the word mindfulness and concentration is the same one. It refers to the word sati in Pali.
The second part is when we see the 7 factors of enlightenment, we think in separately and consider them like different boxes. How do we practice these factors correctly?
Well, you just follow the Noble Eightfold Path and all these factors will eventually come up. You practice charity, practice morality, then practice mindfulness to get to meditation and then develop wisdom, contemplating on the 3 characteristics of existence. Then all these 7 factors of enlightenment will come up. It's a product of the development of the path of charity, morality, and meditation.
And the last question we have so far is from Tanik. What is the difference between jhana and samadhi?
Same. Samadhi is a general word for mind, for the mind being calm. Jhana indicates the level of calm. You have 8 levels of calm. The first 4 rupa jhana, then the next 4 are arupa jhana. The higher you go up, the calmer the mind becomes. The higher jhana you have, then the calmer the mind becomes.
That is all we have so far.
Okay. We have a newcomer in just now. Check and 3. How are you?
Hello, Tan
Ajaan.
We are good. Tan Ajaan. How are you?
You celebrate the holiday?
No.
No.
You know? So you're an atheist then.
You take time to rest.
It is. all this time we attend the
The meeting.
Buddhist Zoom meeting.
Well, I think you know, Christmas is actually 2 types of celebration, secular and religious. If you celebrate Christmas religious, then you go to church, right? But if you celebrate on the secular side, you go to the shopping mall. So at least you go to the shopping mall, right? Don't you?
Not recently, but I do it I shop earlier.
But you exchange gifts, right? Maybe on New Year's instead of on Christmas.
Usually give gifts to children, like to some of the children
Yeah.
and
So you're Santa Claus. You're Santa Claus then.
That's my favorite. It's about you always use the Santa Claus analogy.
I think he's the most popular person in the world. Santa Claus. Nobody hates Santa Claus.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So you can be popular like Santa Claus if you continue to give, giving continuously.
It's better it's better to be enlightened, I think, than to be Santa Claus.
Well, you have to become enlightened before you can become Santa Claus. Because if you give without expecting anything in return, you have to be enlightened.
Oh.
Usually people give and expect something in return, right?
Oh.
But Buddha and his noble disciple, they give without expecting anything in return. They give Dhamma. The gift of Dhamma is the best gift of all, right? And they don't charge you any money for giving Dhamma talks. But they depend on your generosity for their livelihood, because they don't have an occupation. They have to go on alms round. So it depends on your generosity to give alms to them.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, and Tan Ajaan, like when we give, should we just start cultivate like not like expecting anything in return? Even
That's
though
right.
like
Even the result that you get from the act itself, you don't have to expect it. It comes automatically. It's like eating. When you eat, you don't expect to be full, right? You know you're gonna be full. You keep on eating.
but if we are mindful enough, then we know we are full.
No, it's not whether you're mindful or not mindful. It's whether you do or you don't do.
Oh, you mean eating?
Mm. And any question tonight?
Yeah, in terms of meditation, like if like I meditate like for 1 hour and then we cultivate this like good feeling, and then after coming out from meditation, right? So that feeling kind of like disappears. Is it because like our sankhara is acting out, like we get all this back to our mind?
That's right. When you meditate, you stop your sankhara. So when you start meditating, you allow your sankhara to start working again. It's like driving a car. If you step on the brake, the car stops, right?
Yes.
When you let go of the brake, the car keeps running again. So if you want to keep it if you want to maintain it to to be still, then you have to maintain your mindfulness even after you come out of your meditation. Then you will be able to maintain the certain amount of calm, maybe not as much as you were sitting still, because when you move, you have to use sankhara to move your body and to do things. But at least you try to keep it within a certain what you call, not allow it to go all over the thinking all over the place. Just allow it to only focus on what the body is doing only. So you can still have some calm, but not as much as when you sit and meditate. But if you come out and you don't maintain mindfulness, you just go and start thinking about everything, anything you want to think about, then the calm that you have will quickly disappear from your mind. And eventually you might start to have stress or anxiety, restlessness, or agitation. Because you're not maintaining your sankhara at all, maintaining your mindfulness, stopping your sankhara, or allows your sankhara only to do what it has to do. So usually if you're a serious meditator, after you come out of meditation, you continue on with your mindfulness. Maybe if you have to do something, cooking, just focus on your cooking, concentrate on your cooking. If you have to wash dishes or do something, just concentrate on that only. Don't let your mind go think about other things. And you will be able to maintain a certain amount of calm, because this activity usually don't cause you any restlessness or agitation. It's only when you start thinking about money, thinking about the uncertainty of life, and then this will cause you to have anxiety and worry. So mindfulness is very important if you want to keep your mind calm and peaceful. On the first level, you need mindfulness first to calm your mind. Once you can calm your mind with mindfulness, then the next step is to teach the mind to think in a way that will let go or will get rid of all your stress and anxiety. To think in a way of the three characteristics of existence, and to accept the reality of the three characteristics of existence. That everything is changing, nothing remains the same. And you cannot force or stop them from changing, from appearing or disappearing, from rising or ceasing, from turning from good to bad, from bad to good. All these are considered to be natural phenomena. And if you can think like this, then your mind will let go of cravings and attachment to things and people. And there will be no stress, no dukkha. Like when you think of your body, oh, it's gonna get old, gonna get sick, it's gonna die. This is anicca.
Mm.
And can you stop it from happening? No. This is anatta. You have to see the body in terms of anicca, anatta, and there will be no dukkha. But if you see in terms of something you can manage, something you can stop, then you will have dukkha because you know actually you cannot really stop them when things happen. Your stress come from your desire to manage things that you cannot control, or control things that you cannot control, like your body. Why are you so afraid of getting sick? Can you stop it yourself from not getting sick? You cannot. So why be afraid of it? Why not learn? Why not learn how to cope with it, how to face it when it comes up? You can cope with your sickness. Your mind can cope and not have any stress from getting sick. But you don't want to. You just don't want it to happen. And this is the one that caused you to become stressful. Not the sickness, but you desire not to have it. But if you see that you cannot stop it from coming, then why not learn to accept it with a calm mind? See, so you need to meditate to calm your mind, and then teach your mind to accept the sickness that will happen. And when it happens, your mind will just go through it peacefully, calmly, having no stress. So you have to change your attitude towards sickness, aging, and death. You have to learn to embrace them, not to deny them, not try to kick them away every time they come around. Because the harder you kick at them, the harder you get kickback from them. But if you embrace them, then you have happiness with them. See? Embrace aging, embrace sickness, embrace death. What else can you do? It's going to happen. If you embrace, you're happy. If you try to kick it away, you get stressful. Which one you want? Stress or peace? This is because you don't see the truth of anicca and the truth of anatta. You still think that you can somehow manipulate or change things. And when you find out that you could not, you become stressful, sorrowful, miserable. So learn to accept anicca, anatta by practicing meditation, by mindfulness meditation to calm your mind and keep your mind calm while you accept these things. When you accept this thing, your mind will not have no stress. It's only when your mind doesn't want to accept it, that's when you have stress. And your mind can only accept this thing when your mind is calm. When your mind is not calm, means your defilement doesn't want to accept it. Okay? I'm not sure why we talk about this thing. We were talking about something else.
Yeah, I was thinking, Ajaan, when you said we don't accept, the aging, sickness, is that a vibhava tanha in our mind?
Yes, vibhava tanha.
Okay.
Craving for not being old, not being sick, not being there. Because we have karma tanha, because we have sensual cravings, because we want to we want to find happiness from sensual pleasure. So we need to have the body. That's why we don't want the body to get old, get sick, and die.
Ah,
But if you can stop sensual pleasure, then you don't care whether you have a body or not.
yeah.
Because you don't have to rely on the body. If you don't have any sensual pleasure, craving for sensual pleasure, then you don't need to have a body. So the body doesn't matter whether it's, to you, it doesn't matter whether the body lives or dies, because you don't use it anymore. But right now you still do, right? You still rely on the body. You want to see, you want to hear, you want to eat, you want to drink, and
Yeah.
you need to have a strong, healthy body. What happens when you're sick, when your body is sick? It doesn't feel like you see anything, do anything, right?
Oh.
That's why we don't want to get sick,
Mm.
because
Oh.
our craving for sensual pleasure.
Mm. Yeah.
So we have to
Oh.
change our craving from for sensual pleasure to craving for jhana instead.
Mm.
Then when we can find pleasure from jhana, then we don't have to have sensual pleasure. So
Yeah.
we can then leave the body alone. Doesn't have to rely on the body. And once we have done that, then we have to start relying on our jhana too, because jhana is also like the body. It is also anicca and anatta.
Mm.
So you have to give up your craving for the rupa jhana and arupa jhana after you have get rid of your sensual pleasure craving.
Mm.
Then when you have no craving for jhana, then you will be in nibbana instead. Your mind will be in nibbana. No craving left in the mind. And the mind will find peace from the fact that there's no craving left in the mind.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You have to get rid of these three cravings, but first by giving up the sensual craving, by relying on the jhana cravings instead. Once you have get rid of the sensual craving, then you have to get rid of your jhana cravings also. By seeing it as being anicca, dukkha, anatta. Because sometimes you can enter into jhana, sometimes you cannot. Jhana is not reliable, not dependable. It can still give you dukkha if you rely on jhana.
Mm.
So when you stop relying on jhana, then you have nothing to rely. You don't have to rely on anything anymore. So your mind becomes nibbana, peaceful permanently, peaceful all the time. Okay, so give up your sensual pleasure now. Okay, stop going to parties, stop going to movies. Seek no pleasure from the sensual objects. Seek pleasure from meditation instead. Go live in a monastery. Stay separately, divorced, become a homeless, like me. Before I used to be like you. I used to go to parties. I like to drink. I like to smoke. I like to.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I realized it's useless. It's just it's a vicious circle you run around. You seek for sensual pleasure, and then after you get pleasure, then you feel satisfied briefly. Then you become dissatisfied again. Then you have to go seek for more sensual pleasure. You just keep running round and round the circle, not getting anywhere.
Ajahn, you can realize this by yourself, right?
Why not? It's in yourself. If you look at yourself, you should be able to see it. You don't look at yourself. You look at your husband. You look at your wife, your sons and daughters instead. Look at yourself. You never look at yourself, that you are an addict for sensual objects. We are all addicts for sensual objects.
Addicts.
We cannot live without them.
Yeah.
I never look at myself. Oh,
You never know that. Huh? You only look
no.
at your body. Every time you look in the mirror, you look at yourself. But you
Yeah.
never look at your mind. You never look at your mind.
Oh,
When you crave, you don't know you're craving.
Yeah.
You do it automatically. When you want to drink something, you just grab and drink it.
yeah.
And we never look at our mind. Yeah.
And when you cannot get what you want, you become unhappy, and you don't know that it's your mind that becomes unhappy.
Oh,
You just somehow think unhappiness just come from somewhere, right? Not within yourself.
yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Same
Yeah, I
thing
never.
Same thing will happen. You think your happiness came because you get something, right?
Oh,
Because you satisfy your cravings by getting something, then you get happiness. And when you cannot get when you cannot get what you want, you get unhappiness.
yeah.
It's all in your mind from your cravings.
Mm.
Yeah, it has become a second nature, Tanajan, for us until we don't even realize. Even though we know, but it's so deep. Like
It's in the mind, it's like nuclear physics. It's not easy to understand. Even though you own it, you live with it, you still don't understand its nature.
Yeah.
You need somebody like the Buddha to teach you the nature of the mind.
That's why I'm amazed that you realize it yourself, but there's no.
Partially, not all. That's why I still, as soon as I read the Buddha's teaching, I got I found
Oh,
there's
it's
someone
after
who knows better than I do.
you read the book. You read the.
Read Dhamma book. When you start reading the Dhamma book, then you realize that this is what you're looking for.
and
The solution to your problem, which is the Noble Eightfold Path. You know you have cravings, you know you have dukkha when you cannot satisfy your craving, but you don't know how to deal with it in the proper way, in the right way. When you cannot get what you want, you try again, right? Until you get it. You never think about stopping your craving instead of trying to satisfy your craving. And you never be able to stop your cravings if you keep satisfy your craving, because you will be happy briefly, be satisfied briefly, then you'll become dissatisfied again later on. So you want something else, something more, all the time. Always something different, something. If it's something the same, you want more of it. Never enough. And when you have if you don't have enough, then you don't have contentment. But when you read the Buddha's teaching, the Four Noble Truths, like the way for you to get contentment, to have enough, is to practice the Noble Eightfold Path. Okay, I'll give somebody else a chance to ask.
Yes.
We can come back later.
Yeah, thank you, Tanajan.
Yeah, you've been waiting. Where are you? You driving somewhere, going someplace? Are you on the holiday now?
Came to work, but bit delayed, so we parked the car outside and thought we'll join. Yes, we thought we'll join him.
I see. I thought you might be closed down for the holiday.
Not yet. On Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Friday. Yeah.
So nice to listen to you, Tana.
Yeah, the last segment was really good.
So powerful and so profound. It really hit us hard. Thank you so much.
I think it's answered all the questions we had in the back of our mind.
Yes, I was going to ask the same thing, and then you answered. So I'm so happy.
That's
because
really, and
because we were like we both like we've been very much in the path, but somebody close to us, a good friend, was sick, and we were sort of very involved. So especially me, more than Pia, like I kind of, when people are in trouble, I get very involved sometimes, maybe too much, I don't know, like, but sometimes like then like I kind of, my meditation I can't do the way I do, and so I've been a little disturbed, so it really helped listening to you. Thank you so much, Tana Ajaan.
You have no question today?
Yeah.
In a way, I was listening to the last segment. So it's just sensual desire, craving. It's like a drug addict, pretty much. You are a sensual addict, right? So you can even kill or steal or do something to fulfill your sensual desire. The same does the drug addict, right? They do anything, cheat or something, right? Somebody wrote prescriptions and put my signature and ask for pain medication. He got caught. So they go all out for anything to get that same idea, right? Sensual addict. So we need a sensual, like Alcoholic Anonymous, maybe we need a classes for sensual anonymous. I think that's the teaching of the, the Buddha, right? Train our mind. Yeah, it's a strong, subtle desire, but it's still there. It's addiction.
And it comes from your cravings, your cravings for sensual objects. And instead of us getting rid of your sensual cravings, you keep maintaining its existence by following what it wants you to do, what it tells you to do, what for you to get. So this will never stop your problem, because your craving will never be eliminated this way. You're actually maintaining its existence by keep continuing do what you crave for. The only way to stop its existence is to not do what it craves for. But then you have to go through dukkha, which is very difficult for you to be able to withstand. Unless you have a tool, like the Buddha said, practice meditation. Use jhana to, where every time you have this sensual cravings, go into jhana and stay. Then you will eventually stop your cravings and get rid of them permanently.
So craving for jhana, in a way, I mean, it's called a chanda iddhipada, your chanda, the desire. So it's a good thing. Buddha encourage chanda, right, in a good way, not the craving, not the negative, like a craving for unskillful desire, but it's a more like a skillful way of getting rid of, eventually getting into inside. So you need that for replacement. Otherwise, sensual desire is the one the common person going after. But once you get a jhana, there's a replacement for you. Buddha was not very, unkind for us to just say, get rid of it. But he said, okay, I'll give you a replacement better, but you need to let go of that too eventually. But it's just a temporary station.
It's a tool that you have to give up once you have fixed your initial problem, which is your sensual desire. Once you have fixed that problem, then you have to give up the tools, the jhanas, which is easy. If you could give up your sensual pleasure, then it's easy to give up your sensual your jhanas.
Yeah.
Your
So kind of
attachment to
hindrances
jhana.
start fading away, and you enter samadhi. I guess the other thing, the insight part, I have a question now. Sometimes you had this insight, but it does wean away when you come to day-to-day life activity. But can you repeatedly reinforce your mind with this? We know it's true. We know this is empty, but still we get caught by, again, maybe it's a lack of mindfulness, lack of practice, or like not lack of wisdom, reinforcing the mind. This is the truth. We know it's the truth, but again, we just lose it. Why is
Yes.
it the?
Because you allow your cravings to function, to work without mindfulness. When you have mindfulness, you can control your cravings. You can reduce, you can slow it down, but you cannot get rid of cravings with mindfulness alone. You need wisdom to be able to get rid of your cravings permanently. You have to know the reason why you should not crave. And the reason for you should not crave because it creates stress for you.
Yes.
And you don't want stress. So every time you have
it doesn't
craving,
really,
you should stop it.
it doesn't really satisfy you. It's like the dog licking the bone. Buddha calls it like you keep licking, but there's no meat in it. Like you keep going for it.
Like the carrot and the donkey.
Yes.
Carrot in front of donkey. What you crave for is just like the carrot, Once you got the carrot, then it moves away from you again. There's always something you want. First, you want to be a doctor, then you want to be a specialist, then you want to be
it never ends.
a famous surgeon or whatever.
And now I have to retire.
Yeah. And now you want to meditate.
Yes.
I hope. But this is a good way, though. If you want to meditate, then
probably it's good.
The thing is, Ajaan, like we have, honestly, like stopped many things. Like we are sort of, we try to lead a very, very skillfully, but
time and time
times,
again,
like
storms.
time and time again, yes, storms come up, especially when some, like a very good friend
Family
who's like
member.
family, or like some family members, they go, like you can't just ignore too, and then kind of sometimes you do beyond what you should do. Maybe that's also craving.
So how to wither storm is also practice, right? These storms, you can't stop the storms, right? These keep coming, family or whatever who comes into your life suddenly is a storm, right? So I mean, that's again, I guess you have to use the Dhamma. Maybe this is a teaching, or maybe this is the exercise we have to see whether what we already learned, is it working?
You have to leave the house and go live in the monastery. Then no one will visit you. Because there's nothing for them to do when they go to a monastery. They only have to meditate.
I would love to, but just can't do that also because
can't abandon them.
Why not? Look at the Buddha. He left the palace. If he stay in the palace, he will have to have parties almost every night.
I know.
Buddha is a special case. I think we are not that.
We are trying. We are trying.
Why not? You can be like him. You can be like him. That's why we take him as our model. Buddhang saranang gacchami. The Buddha is my model, my teacher. What he does, I should do the same way. If you want to be like him, isn't that what you want? To be enlightened?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what you're clinging to then for? Why are you clinging to other things for?
That's true.
It's a habit,
realized it this
nature
time.
of the habit. I think habits.
But very
I think
difficult. I guess if we knew everything we know now when we were young, we would have done what you did. But sometimes, like it's very difficult. Like
we have to work backwards now.
Yeah. So trying our best, doing our best. But it's just that I think what happened to me was very peaceful. I was meditating so well, and so now, like again, when storms hit, like. But my problem is like I'm craving for meditation and go back to my
and another suffering.
Yeah. So that again became a bit of a suffering. But listening to you, I realized many things. So I'm going to start practicing all that. Thank you.
Yeah, just start practicing mindfulness. As soon as you wake up, Bhutto, right away. Keep focus on what your body is doing.
Yeah.
And Then if you can keep it up, then your mind will be more calm and peaceful and less rely on your sensual objects for your pleasure. It's very
Thank you
simple.
so-
Mindfulness is the key.
Yes.
The Buddha said
That-
mindfulness is the most important Dhamma.
Absolutely. Yes, that I have realized. And
I
But
think the
never use
suffering.
it. Never use it. You realize mindfulness is, but you never use it.
Yeah, I think the lack of practice. I guess the more you I guess the mind goes to all these thought worlds. So that's lack of mindfulness, and that's the suffering. But these thought worlds are not giving answers to us. Sometimes it's more suffering. So I think rather be mindful of what you do in that moment. I think help to short circuit that thought worlds, which makes you suffer. Like I believe.
But the thing is, Ajaan, sometimes when you're helping somebody, a good friend, they're
You
not
need
so much, they don't understand Dhamma, so they're sort of, they don't have the, so, but then you have to help too, because they are in a lot, they're suffering a lot. So I guess you get kind of into their storm. So, but you know, like, yeah, as you said, the more you practice mindfulness, you learn to, that's why Buddha said sometimes, when you have wounds in your hands, you shouldn't
touch poison.
touch poison, something like that. You know?
So we still have cuts in our hands. So
yes.
Yeah, you should go wash your hand.
maybe if we have gloves. I have lots of gloves. I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ajaan. Thank you so much for your wisdom, sharing your wisdom with us.
Okay.
Dhamma.
My 2 bits of wisdom.
Teruan
Yes, Teruan
Saranai. Teruan Saranai.
All right. I think anybody would like to ask any more questions, you're welcome. We still have quite a lot of time left. Just raise your hand and okay, someone, Kunju. Go ahead, Kunju.
Yes, Ka, we have a question that just came in from Facebook from Lee Tekwa. Hi, Tanajan. When I'm caught in a place where songs are being played and the songs sometimes make me sad and emotional, what should I do to stop this kind of feelings from arising? I can't stop the songs and I can't leave the place. So what can I do to stop the bad feelings from arising? Thank you.
First, if you have an earplug, you should put an earplug in your ears to reduce the sound coming into your ear. And then try to use Bhutto, recite the Bhutto, keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto, and don't pay attention to what you can still hear.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. Anybody would like to ask any more questions?
We have a new, okay, check.
Okay, check. You raise your hand.
Ajaan, it's me. Like before you become a monk, before you realize this like vicious cycle and decided to become a monk, you did meditate, right?
Oh yeah, I practiced for about 1 year before. I practiced like a monk for 1 year. Except I didn't live in the monastery. I live at home by myself. But I start mindfulness from the time I get up. And all I did most of the time is do walking meditation, sitting meditation, and read Dhamma books.
And that is what you did for 1 year before you.
Yes. I quit my job and I said I'm gonna practice for 1 year to see how far I could go. So at the end of 1 year, I have to decide what to do because I ran out of money. And if I want to stay as a layman, I have to go to work because I don't have money to pay for my requisites. But if I want to continue meditating and not working, then I have to become a monk. So it's just a matter of necessity that forced me to become a monk. Because my defilement still wants to practice as a layman. as a lay person, because I feel like I don't feel like being locked up in a monastery. Feel like being locked up in a jail, But then I have no choice. I thought of it after I thought of it about it. I say, at least it's a golden jail. It's plenty. It provides you with all the food you can eat and place to stay and so forth. So you don't have to worry about working and earning money, and you will have all the time to meditate. So originally, I didn't think I didn't ever think about ordaining as a monk. I just want to meditate, practice. But then I ran out of money. What can I do? I cannot remain. If I want to continue on meditating, I have to become a monk, which is fortunate in Thailand. You can become a monk and then meditate. But you have to find the right monastery though. Because there are a lot of monasteries that will not allow you to meditate alone. Only they will require you to do other rituals or study the scriptures, do morning, evening chanting, and all these things. So you have to look for a monastery. I was fortunate. I was recommended by one of the monks who have visited a forest meditation monastery. And he recommended I go to those monasteries for practice because they only meditate and do nothing else. So I discovered Ajaan monk's tradition. Before that, I didn't know. I studied the Dhamma through the English translated book from Sri Lanka, from Kandy, Sri Lanka, the Buddhist Society, Publication Society, Buddhist Publication Society.
Yeah.
So I didn't read any Thai books, so I didn't know anything about the Thai forest tradition. Until when I decided to ordain, and this monk recommended me to go to the Thai forest tradition monastery. So I learned about Ajaan Man, Ajaan Mahaboa, Ajaan, all the Ajaan. So then after ordination, I went to one of the Thai forest monastery, which happened to be Ajaan Mahaboa's monastery. And I got hooked there because it's the right specification for me. He doesn't allow monks to do other things but meditation.
Wow.
So very, very, very fortunate. My Dhamma path seemed to be somehow prepared for me. All I have to do is just walk.
Yeah, you didn't have to switch monastery, and you didn't have to move to another monastery. Yeah. And yeah, seems.
Yeah. And Ajaan, while you were working, before you took 1 year off to meditate, like did you meditate at all?
Not at all until I only start reading after I get a Dhamma book. See. Before that, I didn't know anything about meditation. But one day somebody gave me a book on Dhamma book. First it's about impermanence, anicca. Then I start asking for more Dhamma books, and then eventually lead me to the practice of meditation. When eventually I got a book on the four foundation of mindfulness. Then I find that that's the book that's like a manual for meditation practice. So I follow the four foundation of mindfulness instruction when I meditate alone for 1 year. I use the four foundation of mindfulness as my teacher.
You just go right away to meditate for 1 year, 1 year far.
Yeah.
After I read Dhamma books for 3 months, I think, and then I asked myself, what are you doing? You've been reading about meditation and you never do any meditation. So I put down the book and start meditating from that time on.
Oh. Oh.
The more I meditate, the more calm, the more happy I become. So I want to meditate more. And I find my work interferes with my meditation practice.
Oh.
So I decide I have to stop working and concentrate my time on meditation, on the amount of money that I have so far, which is not much, enough to pay for my 1 year food expense really. The other, I didn't have to pay for rent or anything like that. And I only eat once a day, so I save a lot of money also.
Wow. Oh.
And it's also good for meditation.
Yeah.
You should you get two birds with one stone.
You fast. It's not because you want to keep the precept. Is because or it's because just the money or you.
Well, when I was a lay person, but I read about eating once a day, moderation in food, in
You read
taking
about.
food. Yeah, I read about that.
Oh.
But to look back, I say it also helped me save money. Only eat once a day.
Oh.
Instead of eating 3 times a day, then I have to pay 3 times as much. Then
Yeah.
my money might not last out for the rest of the year.
Oh, I see.
Okay, we
like-
have someone raise their
Yeah.
hand. Can I go to her first? And
Sure.
maybe I'll come back later if you have any more questions. Levan, hi Levan. Go ahead, unmute your microphone.
Thank you, Ajaan. I have a question regarding the I want to learn more about that emotion of fear, especially around fear of dying. And I wonder what kind of contemplations should I do when I have that fear of dying or attachment to the body.
Well, before you can go to that level, you need to first learn how to calm your mind first. You have to be able to teach your mind to be still first. If your mind isn't still, you cannot teach the mind to accept death. The reason why you fear because you don't want to accept death. You don't want to die. But you know the truth that you're gonna die, whether you can accept it or not. And the only way for the mind to be able to accept that is for the mind to become calm first. So that's why you have to learn to meditate first, learn to develop mindfulness first, to calm your mind. Once your mind becomes calm, then you can teach your mind to accept death.
I see.
When you're not calm, your mind doesn't want to accept death.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because I feel like intellectually I understand is attachment to the body, but there's a part of it that's still like oh, scare, you know.
Yeah, your defilement, your kilesa. Doesn't want to accept that because they want you to use the body for as long as possible.
Yeah, I drove by like a cemetery a few times, and I have like urge to go in and to take a walk and to remind myself that death is always there. But for some reason, I still don't want to go in. So I think that part of the struggle as well. Yeah.
Yeah, the mind's resistance is still very strong. That's why you have to calm it down first. Once you can calm down, then the resistance will be less, almost gone. Then you will be able to accept that for what it is.
But if I can calm myself in the beginning, can I still intellectually remind myself so I won't, or it doesn't help?
Yes, it helps partially. You need this intellectual idea to keep you, to tell you that what you need to do. You need to accept that. So you have to keep reminding yourself that your body is subjected to aging, sickness, and death. This is what the Buddha recommend all Buddhists to do every day. Once being born, I am subjected to aging, sickness, and death, and separation from the one I love, so that you don't forget the truth. And then you know what you have to do next is to prepare your mind to accept this truth. So it's good to think about this if you can. Unless if you overdo it, you might feel bad, you might feel morbid or feel like dying, then you should stop this contemplation.
Okay. Okay, I get it. So I'm still able to intellectually remind, but know that this is only partially helpful. The risk will go away if I'm able to
calm your mind, still your mind.
And then eventually it will let go in a
Yes,
later stage.
Once you calm your mind, then you can accept that. Then the next step is to prove to yourself that you have actually accepted death by exposing yourself to some type of this risk, like stay in the forest alone or in the cemetery alone, and see whether your fear will still arise or not.
The cemetery here is not that scary, but sometimes just seeing a lot of the names, like the whole big field are full of names of people dying, it just I think it's more emotionally that, oh wow, this is where people are gonna end up. But it's nothing scary.
Maybe go to the wood or the forest, camping in the forest alone.
Okay, that later.
Sleeping in the wild.
That's later. Okay.
Later, I mean later. That's the last stage. That's when you want to take the final examination. First, you do the preparation first. Do the homework first by teaching your mind. Then you have to die, and see if your mind can accept it or not on that level. Once you feel that it can accept that, then you have to go take the next level to prove it to yourself without any uncertainty that yes, actually, I have not. I accept that. I have no fear of death anymore.
And the fear is the fear more of, or it's like a craving or desire.
Well, the fear is the product of your craving. Your craving for the body to last, to live forever. Because you rely on your body for your existence and for your happiness. Without your body, you don't know how to be happy. That's why you have to learn to be happy without your body first, by meditation. When you meditate, you can become happy by not relying on the body. Once you can do that, then you can give up your body.
I have a question. Like when you have to make a very difficult choice, some people say that it's better to be to enter into meditation and then the solution will come up naturally. But I also heard that sometimes we have to make an educated, basically get the most information and think about it. Normally, which way, or can I use both to come up with the solutions? I wonder.
You mean to stop your fear? Well, when you meditate, you stop your fear temporarily. You stop your fear temporarily. But to stop your fear permanently, you need to have the wisdom to see the truth of anicca, of impermanence, of anatta. That the body is a natural phenomena. It's not really you. It's just your servant. You're using the body to satisfy your craving with. That's all. But it's not you. You are the mind. So once you understand it, then you say, when the body dies, I don't die with the body. So why should I be afraid of dying? And you also know that you have to die. The body has to die anyway, whether you like it or not. So with this information, it will allow you to be able to accept that.
Okay, I get it. We need both part, the wisdom and the calm. Okay.
Yes, you need both. First, you develop the calm first, then you go to the wisdom level.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I wonder where Sulan today. Is she coming yet? She hasn't come in yet. Huh? Okay. All right, anybody else? We still have some more time left, so don't hesitate. Don't. Okay, Kunchup again.
Yes, we have one question that just came in from Kaiser Nirgen. Ajahn, do you believe in spiritual transmission through touch or eye contact?
I don't know what you mean by spiritual transmission, really. If you think of transmitting your spirit from your body to the next body, I don't think that's possible. Yeah. Okay.
That's all, God.
That's that.
That's all, God.
Your spirit is stick with your body until it dies. Then it will go and reconnect with a new body, a new birth. But when you're still alive, you cannot send your spirit away from your body. If you can do that, then you just junk the body, right? And then you go take rebirth. That's what might happen when people kill themselves. That's how they junk their body. But you shouldn't do that because it's because it's delusional to do things like that. Don't solve your problem that way. The way to solve your problem is to understand the nature of the body, that it is impermanent, that it is not you. You are not the body. This is the only way to solve the problem, your problem with the body, with aging, sickness, and death. Okay, Rajan, you raise your hand. Unmute your microphone first.
Yes, there's always a tendency, no matter how wisely we might try to think, that our meditation is going to sometimes deliver our samsaric solutions. Ajahn, how do we work with that?
Work with what the knowledge that you said.
Somewhere, if you're going through some illness, you tend to say, okay, I'm going to go and meditate, and you're hoping that you're going to be cured. And although you do know that you should be working on developing equanimity and just allowing it to run its course, and different crises, we sort of think.
That's because your delusion still working. See? Your mind is not calm enough, so it allows the delusion to come out. But if you can meditate until you still the mind, then this thought will not be able to come out. Then you don't hope. You just take whatever you get. You cannot hope with the body. With the natural phenomena, you cannot hope. They give you what they want to give you, and you have to accept what they give you. If you don't want to have any stress.
Yes.
So it means your mind hasn't reached jhana yet. Your mind doesn't have this ubekkha quality yet. If you reach jhana, then your mind will have this ubekkha, in which there will be no delusion working. The delusion stops temporarily when you have jhana. Your mind just become merely knowing, doesn't think, doesn't hope, doesn't expect, doesn't anything. That's why it's very, very important to get the mind to get to that level. Then you will be able to accept all the truth that's happening to you, to your body. So practice mindfulness and stop thinking. Stop thinking about all these things because you're just running around in circle. It isn't the way to solve your problem. The way to solve your problem is first to calm your mind. Then once you're able to maintain this calm, then teach your mind the truth of anicca, dukkha, anatta. That's all. It's very simple, straightforward. But we don't want to stick to it. We want to imagine about different method, different routes to go around it. This is the middle way. The Buddha stick to the middle way. Don't go to the left. Don't go to the right. Okay.
Yes, Ajahn, thank you.
Yeah, I see newcomer, first Alvin, then Sulan. Finally here, huh? Almost run out of time already. Alvin.
Good evening, Tanajan. Tanajan, I just want to check with you in terms of eating after midday. The pana that we can take prunes and seeds, right, Tanajan?
Well, anything that is considered to be medicine, you can take them. If they're not considered to be medicine, you cannot take them.
Right. It's prunes, medicine. Considered as
Well, in Thailand, we didn't have prunes before, so we're not so sure.
I see. Okay. Seeds is possible, right? Like sunflower seeds, lotus seeds.
I think all these things has to be decided by the Thai Sangha to be for sure which is allowable and which is not allowable.
Okay, thanks, Tanajan.
Because there are so many new products coming out and claim to be medicine. So for us, we have to follow the monastic or the Sangha code. So we have to get clarification from the Sangha first, whether these things are allowed or not.
Okay. Dark chocolate is definitely one of them, right? It's allowable, right?
Where chocolate is considered to be medicinal, medicine, good for the body, heal the body. People, when they get sick, they drink chocolate.
Right. Okay. Okay, thanks, Tanajan.
Sulan, your turn. Unmute your microphone first, please.
Yeah. Hello, Ajahn. Good evening to you too.
Yeah, good to see you.
How are you? Yeah, it's good to see. Yeah. I have a question, which is as we come close to the year end, is there any reflection that we should work on?
Come to you at the end of your life.
As in come to year end?
Year end.
Yeah.
You reflect that this is anicca. Time keep running out for you. You have less time left to live, less time left to practice. So better hurry up.
Okay. That's a very wise reflection. Because usually people, like in a worldly sense, they usually will reflect that, it's a festive period, time to celebrate.
The Buddha said that as you see the days and the years gone by, you should ask yourself, what am I doing now? Am I meditating? Am I practicing the Noble Eightfold Path? Or am I going after money and wealth?
Correct reflection we should have.
That's right. So if you go in the wrong direction, then you should take a U-turn and come back to the. If you go after money, then you should come back and go after dana instead.
Oh, yes, that's a very good reflection.
If you go on a holiday, you should instead go to the monastery to meditate. Take a U-turn.
Make a U-turn.
If you want to go in the right direction, you have to take a U-turn. If you go in the wrong direction, right? When you know that you're going on the wrong direction, you have to take a U-turn. So that you can go on the right direction.
True. Yes. I feel like sometimes like the worldly pleasure, it can be like, makes us very excited, like to plan on the next holiday. And then, very easy to forget about the correct direction.
Okay, so you should remind yourself not just the end of the year. You should remind yourself at the end of every day.
Mm,
Today is gone by. What have I done? Am I going in the right direction or not?
mm,
Review every day.
okay.
Because 1 year is too long. Might be too late. Might not be next year. Might not be next year. Who knows?
Mm, that's true. Mm,
So constantly ask yourself, what am I doing now?
oh, yes.
Am I going after sensual pleasure or am I going after meditation pleasure?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have another person asking more question. You have
Okay.
any more question?
That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
If
Ajahn.
you have more, you can ask later if we still have time. Okay, Lavan.
Yeah, Ajahn.
Lavan, you raise your hand again.
Sorry, Ajahn, I have a question. If someone toward the end of life and they decide that, oh, they are too sick and don't want to save themselves, just, let the body die naturally, is that a breaking of the precept of committing suicide?
No, if you leave it alone, if you don't do anything to it, it dies by itself. Then this is not committing suicide.
Okay, so that's not, okay. Okay,
But
thank you.
if you ask the doctor to inject some poison for you, then this is killing. This is breaking the precept. But if you leave the body alone, not treating it, just leave it alone. Then let it expire naturally. Then it's not killing.
Okay. Yeah. So do not resuscitate is not breaking the precept.
No, because resuscitating is trying to fix the body. It's trying to handle the body.
Okay. So I actually I'm reading that book, A Year to Live, and you just mentioned that a year is too long, and we should have the reflection every day or every. I think that's really. Thank you for that answer to Sulan earlier.
Yeah. The Buddha asked his assistant to reflect on that every breath. Every time he breathes in, he should think, if I don't breathe out, I die. Every time I breathe out and I don't breathe in, I die. Then this will stir you to go into the right direction. Will push you to go to the right direction. A year is too long, too far away. And you'll forget by then what to do.
Thank you. Yeah, this book, A Year to Live, is really good, but I just figure you are right. It's too long. We don't want to wait till the end of the year. Yeah.
Besides, who knows if we can live for another year or not, right?
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn. Thank you for the teachings. Yeah.
People say this is Buddhist teaching, very pessimistic, only think of death. But we don't think of that as we use it as a tool to push us to go and fix our problem, which is our suffering, our stress. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, more questions from Kunchu.
Yes, Kaiser Nergam sent in a clarification on the question that he asked earlier. And he wanted to ask, Ajahn, do you believe in spiritual transmission, which he meant to be jhana wisdom, it could be through touch or eye contact?
Jhana wisdom could be
transferred.
No.
Believe in spiritual transmission
jhana
through touch or eye contact.
All the spiritual content in one's mind cannot be transferred to another person. Only except it can be transferred to the communication like speech, like we do now. We can talk about the Dhamma. This is something we can do, but not spirit to spirit. Unless if there's no body, like if you happen to be a spiritual being And if another person has this psychic ability to connect with another spiritual being, then it can be transferred. The Dharma could be transferred. Like every night, the Buddha gives Dhamma talks to spiritual beings by using his psychic powers.
We have two questions that came in from Tanik. Why do we not take refuge with devas?
Because they're not as smart as the Buddha. That's all. Why go to second-class teacher when you can find first-class teacher to teach you?
And how can we get the devas to protect us?
They cannot. But according to the sutta, if you practice loving kindness, metta, then the deva will be inclined to come and assist you and look after you.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. Anybody else would like to ask any more questions? We just have a few more minutes left. Okay, I think that's about it for tonight. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting is useful and can help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and happy holiday.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you,
Sadhu,
Chandra.
Thank you, Admin. Thanks,
Thank you, Admin.
thanks,
Thank you,
Admin.
Admin.
Good night,
Good night,
Amins.
everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Ajaan. Good
Happy
night,
holidays.
everyone.